Right then, guys, so it's Monday evening, and right after doing this, I'm probably going to hop into bed. We're going to take a look at the market, shall we? And we've had Monday's price action, so I can tell a little bit about what might happen in the future. So let's head to the charts. So at the minute, I'm only trading GJ at the minute because things might change in the future. But anyway, so let's look at the market. Let's go to the hourly first. And as you can see, this is today's price action. This yellow zone is previous week's zone, previous week's low, actually, to be more specific. So Asia dropped down into it, and then as you can see, London opened and straight away just rejected off the zone, and it created this high here. Now, New York has essentially come up to equal highs, so it hasn't quite broken it yet. But we're waiting. So we've got a high here, and as you can see, there's a nice low, long wick at the previous weekly low. So yeah, it's not quite bullish structure, but we're waiting on it to be. If Asia does push above and then come all the way down tomorrow, we could potentially see a trade off this zone. As you can see, we've got today's London high plus the previous day's London low. That could be a potential zone for tomorrow. If Asia then pushes up higher, comes down to the zone, and then pushes off. That could be a trade for Tuesday, but we'll have to see, right? Because I can't predict the future, guys, and price hasn't happened yet. So you don't really know for sure. If you go to the 4-hour, potentially price might not actually break the high and come back down to the lows. And if that's the case, then I might be looking for a London low plus Asia low zone for a break and retest lows. So that could be something if we don't get the breaker high. But chances are it's looking like we're going to get the breaker high and our structure is going to change and shift to bullish after rejecting the zone, which is a very good and beautiful trade opportunity if that does happen, but it might not. So yeah, it's a good zone, and as you can see, we could break highs and we could be bullish. But if we look at the daily, you can see that right here we've got essentially a hammer. So you got a nice long wick at the bottom and a very small body, which is suggesting that it is rejecting off it. And we've only got less than 2 hours until the daily closes, so most likely it's going to look like this. That's all I'm looking at so far. Is that at the minute we had a day where price was, pushing down and rejected, and it's going to close near where it opened, and we can foresee that in the next couple of days could be bullish. That price wants to push higher. So it'd be amazing if we could get a break of the highs, so then we can get, buys, because buys are looking pretty nice. After all, you want to trade with the trend, and the trend is your friend. So yeah, buys are looking real nice if we can get them, if we get a break of highs. And off the zone is a very beautiful zone as well. That is essentially what I'm seeing for this market. And yeah, gotta wake up tomorrow, trade it, see what price action has done, because Asia hasn't happened yet, and we're waiting on Asia to print out, so then we can figure out our next steps. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm looking for the week. I'm looking for potential buys. At the minute, I can't because we're in bearish structure. So until we get the bullish structure, then I can look for buys, and buys are looking quite nice. If we do get it, if we get a break below the previous weekly zone, then I will be selling. Simple as that. So yeah, it's not that I'm not gonna not take sales because bullish looks better. I will take sales if it presents opportunity, but hey, yeah, just gonna leave that with you guys, and I hope you guys have a good week trading yourself. So, good night. Right, so I have been exploring the possibility of trading US 30. So it's an index, and yeah, why is that? Well, I want a bit of hedge against, the London pairs, because when London's dry out, you can always flock to, New York, and then when New York's dry, you can flock to London. But anyway, I've been doing some back tests, so if we just go to the charts, got some testing data here, and then I've got the actual USA. So yeah, this is it's very simple strategy. I'm not going to explain it right now, But all you need to know is that at the minute I'm just back testing it, getting like a few months of data worth of back test of USA, and then I'm going to forward test it with a demo account, and then see how that goes, and then go live, but with half risk. And then once that's all done, I can fully trade it, and I can hopefully be trading it by September. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, no, it's also nice to have a asset class that you can trade at a different time of the day instead of at 8 a.m. every morning, right? So yeah, just essentially focusing on putting this to work. Focused on putting this to yeah, trying to get this finished so I can then fully trade it. But we'll see. Right, so yeah, this morning did my analysis, set my alerts up, and then went in the shower. And in the shower, my alert actually went off. So if I'll take you to the charts now, as you can see, price just smashed through my zone, and when it closed below it, that's when my alert set off. But it didn't quite yet do a retest of the zone and then a push off. It's just broken through the zone and continue pushing down. So until I get a retest, I'm not looking for a trade. So yeah, no, it's good price action. And if we get to the 1 hour, as you can see, Asia did indeed go down, and it didn't create a higher high. Well, it did, but it didn't really create a higher high. So now I'm looking for, continued sell-offs, because it's now below the previous weekly zone, and I got my Asia zone here and my London low, and price is just dropping below. So yeah, got a 15-minute break below and no retest. So we're just waiting for something like potentially like this and then a push off. But as you can see, it's just pushing down straight away. But yeah, I'll update you guys if there is a trade or not. So
strip it back. Look, my flows unmatched. I talk to myself on my own. I'm tapped.
right, so it's Wednesday and it's PMI day, and well, it's just one of those days where you're not going to be taking a trade. Now, I wanted to show you that here in my calendar, if I go down, that it's the 24th today, and the last time I took a trade was on the 10th. Now that is a solid 14 days of not trading, and today is also not a non-trading day, so potentially we will have more. Yeah, but I wanted to show you guys that as a trader, sometimes you're not going to be taking trades for about 2 weeks, and that can mess you up in the head sometimes, as you're not going to feel productive whatsoever. So I'm just showing the importance of patience and how that if I didn't have it, I would have taken multiple trades that would have caused me to take losers, which will then dwindle the profits I've already have. Being patient and sitting your hands can sometimes be the most productive thing you can do, especially when that's what the trading plan says to do, is to wait until you get your trade opportunities. Right, so today is Thursday, and this is the first trade of the week, and I've already taken it and I've already gone break even. So let's just take you to the charts. So here you see, at the minute I am floating 30 pips in profit, and yeah, I'm actually break even. So my stop is at my entry, and yeah, essentially we had interest rates show that 49% chance for a cut in August, which is crazy, which means that if price is going to go down, well, yeah, price is going down because of the potential rate cut. So market's just pricing that in, and in the minute I took a sell, and I'm now break even because it's hit the London lows. So we'll see how the trade plays out. All right. Anyway, peace. Well, updating you guys, and it wasn't really that long until I had to update you on the outcome. So I told you I went break even. That's exactly what happened. And I'll take you to the charts in just a moment. But yeah, but first, trim check. Yeah, well, I might go buzz for the summer. But to be fair, it's not very nice outside. Like, very depressing summer. I must say. So yeah, I don't know if Buzzcut will be the move this year, but hey, we'll move anyway. To the charts, shall we? Yep, this is what it looks like. Came down, and as soon as I stopped pressing record on that video, it just took me out. Break even. The market's ruthless sometimes, I must say. But yeah, to be fair, handled it well, and to be fair, there was a lot of anxiety going into this trade, heart beating. But that's just because it's my first trade of scaling up, trading 5 lots. So yeah, and the commission is now around £27 instead of my classic 10 quid. So yeah, it's gone up a bit. Um, but yeah, as you can see, if you go from entry to the very low, it's about 36 pips. 36 pip was the trade I was in at one point. So if I go to, well, if I take this across, then I go to pip calculator. Let's go pip calculator. Instrument, 5 lots. And I was, how many pips? 36, yeah? I was 915 quid. It's profit at that point, which is crazy. It would have been my biggest trade. I was floating 915 quid. That that is like, yeah, if I just closed there, it would have been it would have been my biggest trade yet. And it would be only 36 pips, which is a good amount of pips to collect, to be fair. And like, it is a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio anyway for this trade. Targeting London lows, but no. Um, I actually initially targeted around here because there was a London zone a bit further back in time around there, and then after setting it, I was like, now let me look at some other zones. So I went on the 4 hour and saw that there's a massive, rejection zone around here, and there's another zone nearby that, and that's when I changed my target down here. And that was just me being greedy, I'd say. There's nothing to it, just wanted to capture more profit. And it's dangerous because if you let greed take over your mind. You are building expectation. You're having this expectation you're going to win, and not only win, but have a massive win, and then only for the opposite to happen. Either you lose money, or you don't win, or you have a small win. Then you're going to go crashing because you've built up this massive expectation, inflated, almost unrealistic. You're almost bound to crash. So that is something I noticed with this trade that the greed started getting to me. And well, I can understand. I recently had, strings of wins. Now I've scaled up. Now I'm trading larger money. And also, when I entered the trade, suddenly it was negative 60 quid straight away. I was like, hold on a minute. I've not seen this before, like already negative 60 quid. Uh, just because of, spreads and how little price movement is now so much bigger than what I was not used to. And I look down and I look up, and then suddenly I'm 100 quid plus in profit. And I'm like, where does this come from? So yeah, then I quickly close out the MetaTrader and just, you know, trying to zone out. But yeah, and that's probably part of the reason why I put my take profit down. Anyway, so also, yeah, I stuck to the plan, and I can show you here that in today's plan, for Thursday, doing my outlook, I said there's massive selling volume, which there was, as you can see, massive selling volume. Not just that. Yeah, I had the Asia low zone, and I'm only looking for sales, so that's all I can take, and that's what I did. And we got unemployment claims later. That was the plan. That was the plan, and guess what? I executed on the plan. So there's no fault here. It was a perfectly good trade, and if you actually look at the charts, my God, that was a beautiful rejection candle, I must say. Massive upper wick, small bearish body. Exactly what you want. But yeah, it was a good trade, and I'll take this trade 10 times again in the future. 100%. Always. Always will. Anyway, that was just a quick little recap of the trade. And yeah, screenshot of what it is. Yeah, well, this week's a wrap, really.